just got on here and I am already out of breath, y'all. This don't make no damn sense. This is what happens when you get old. This is what happens when you get old. Anyways, I'm in a really good mood, y'all. I was moping around, just kind of whatever, figuring out my life and just thinking. And I went on Polka Nova's channel. I told you guys about her a while back. Check out her channel, Polka Nova, on YouTube. She's also a rapper, but she's very, very inspiring. Oh shoot, I forgot my... She's a very inspiring young lady. And I started watching her a couple months ago, and I didn't subscribe for a while. I was just watching, but she kept coming up on my feed, and every time I would check into her chat, she was giving like words of encouragement, you know? So anyways, I was on her chat today, and we were talking about YouTube channels, and she just gave all of the best advice and motivation and stuff like that. So shout out to Polka Nova, and she even shouted out my channel, which I appreciate. But she's younger than me, you know, and a lot of people be thinking, you know, that you can't get wisdom or inspiration from people that don't look like you or people that are younger than you. And that's really not true. That's not the case at all. Like, I take criticism and messages and just words from everybody, regardless of their age or their background or where they come from, you know. So anyway, shout out to her. Shout out to Polka Nova. Go check out her channel. She's on IG, Polka Nova 1, and Polka Nova on YouTube. But just talking to her, she actually reminded me of a friend that I had when I was, this is probably like 4 years ago. And if it wasn't for this younger friend, I would probably still be in this horrible relationship, right? So anyways, she was 23 at the time. And she was introduced to me by another lady that was older like myself. Thank you for the thumbs up. She was introduced because this older lady that I knew, she was actually older than me. And she was kind of mentoring this young girl. And so when I got stationed out here, that young girl was here. And she said, hey, you need to hook up with her, you know, mentor her, talk to her, hang out, da-da-da. I was like, okay, because she had a new baby and everything. And my kid was already like 4 or 5 at the time. So we would hang out, stuff like that, but we were culturally different, okay, culturally different. And our relationship actually ended kind of tumultuously. And I've never had any relationship, whether it be romantic or not, in the way that it did, but that's besides the point. The point is, I had been dating a guy for probably like 45 days at this point, right? And there was nothing good about this dude. It started out great. We ended up meeting online. I think he was the last guy. He was the last person I met online. After that, I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing online dating. Forget it, right? So anyways, met this guy. He was older than me. He was about 6 years older than me. His profile seemed like, he just seemed like a regular dude, just a regular old working black dude, right? So I'm like, I like regular. Just give me regular, just average, whatever. Nothing too pretty, nothing too ugly. Just give me regular. So we hooked up, went on our first date to the bowling alley, but the bowling alley was packed, so we decided we would just play pool. Now when I met him, he looked way finer in person than he did on the videos. I mean, he looked good, and my favorite color is gray, and he was wearing a gray sweater. He was just handsome, just a handsome older black gentleman. He looked like somebody that could play in like Othello or something like that, right? Bald, beard, just very distinguished looking. Mind you, looking, okay? Never judge a book by its color, okay? By its cover or color. So anyways, what happened? So we're at our first date, and this is when I was a heavy drinker. I was getting toe up, and he was drinking too, but he's a guy, he can handle it better. So we're getting to know each other, having fun at the bowling alley, and the next day I realized all the drinks were on my tab. Never ask a lady her age. Never ask a lady her age. Yeah, okay, so far so good, right, JJ? So, but I noticed that all the drinks were put on my tab. He didn't pay for one drink. I think he paid for one pool game, which was only 4 quarters. Yeah, so that was a first red flag, but I ignored it because I'm like, you know, he seems nice, whatever, right? So time goes on. And 2 weeks in, you know, we're seeing each other probably like every other day because he lived across the water, across the bridge. So I didn't see him. That is a red flag, right? Drinks total was like $75, right? So for the first date, I pretty much paid for the first date. And I don't believe that's how it should go. Sorry. So it's 3 o'clock here. So time goes on. We're seeing each other like every other day on the weekend, stuff like that. We're getting close, and things are going okay. We started being intimate. But then he started coming over like all the time, you know, and eating my food and drinking my beers. And at one point, I would buy beer specifically for him, but this was another red flag. He had beat me home one day, and he was sitting in my driveway, and me and my son pull up, and I got groceries. So he helps me bring the groceries in. I put the groceries away, and he just went to the fridge and took a beer and started drinking it. Now, mind you, the beers were for him. Yeah, he was black. Of course he was black. He went to the fridge and just took a beer. And then he took one of my cigarettes and went outside in the back and started drinking and smoking on his phone and stuff. And I'm like, whoa, hold on. Hold on, player. You don't just do that. USA. No, I'm not angling you down. I'm working out. I'm trying to stay modest and stay cool at the same time. But, so that was another red flag. And I didn't say anything, but, you know. And it started out cool. Like, we used to have, like, the best conversation. You know, and he would be engaged with my kid and stuff like that, you know. But then after like a month, like at the 30-day mark, it's like a lot of that stopped. He would just come over and just exist, you know what I'm saying? And it started to get a little boring, but you know, single lady, something to do, like whatever, he's here, okay, whatever, right? So that went on, and then third strike. Well, okay, there's more than that. That's the thing. I be giving people too many chances, but I don't do that no more, okay? 60 days, if it ain't it, I break it off. But I went out of town for a TDY for work, and his car just happened to be acting up. And so it was to a point where he couldn't drive it. And so one day I remember him texting me, asking me to get him an Uber. And I'm looking at the phone like, I'm like, well, let me do it and then we'll have a discussion later. So I got him an Uber to his job, and I asked him, I was like, yo, like at this point in your life, like, do you even have like enough money to like even be dating, you know? And he was like, yeah, he goes, I have discretionary funds on the side, you know, to set aside for dating, things like that. And I'm thinking to myself, no, you don't, because you asked me to pay for your Uber, right? So that was strike, what, 3? Okay. Then I went TDY and I said, you can use my car. Now, mind you, my car was brand new. It was brand new. It was used, but it only had 7,000 miles, so it was new to me. And so I was like, hey, you know, you can use my car, you know, while I'm gone for this week. I think I was gone 1 week. I said, I only have 2 conditions. You know, you drive safely and, drive safely, of course. Make sure that my tank is filled when you pick me up from the airport, and my car better be clean. That's it. That's all, because I keep my car clean. Well, right now it's a mess, but we'll worry about that later, right? He was not younger than me. He was older he was like 6 years older than me. I'm on the elliptical, the one with the handle. See, I'm on that. So that's all I required for him. Just make sure that you have the tank full when you pick me up. I'm not gonna charge you to use my car. And make sure my car is clean. Y'all, this N-word picked me up from the airport when I got back. First thing I noticed, my car was dirty. Super dusty. And there was like wrappers and stuff everywhere. And he smoked cigarettes, but I don't think he smoked in my car. And the tank was like less than a quarter left. So he could tell I was in a mood. He was like, we're on our way to get gas right now. So we go get gas, and then he took it to this place that the guy details it really good, right? I did. That was listen, Joy J, I know. What's up, Judge? How are you? By the way, that was not me timing you out on the other live. I just wanted to put that out there. That wasn't me. I'm going to just say that right now, okay? So don't fault me. But what happened? See, I'm old, y'all. I lose track like really, really fast. Okay, so then we got the car detailed and clean. So I was satisfied, but it's like, you should have did that before you picked me up, right? Because I was still a little hot. Like, I think he was waiting to see if I was going to react to it. And then if I didn't react to it, then he would be like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. But the fact that he saw I had an attitude about it, he was like, oh, she's not happy. Let me do what she asked me to do, right? So, I think he doesn't even have a job he liked you. Well, here's the thing. He did have a job. Well, you know what? He might. Well, now that I do believe that he had, it just wasn't a good job. It wasn't a good job. And he sometimes still pops up on my LinkedIn. Sometimes he be looking at me through LinkedIn because, you know, LinkedIn will tell you who's looking at your stuff. And it's like, why, bro? That was 4 years ago. So anyways, that was strike number 4. What happened after that? Oh, so this is when Kevin Samuels was like really popping, y'all, right? And we were laying in the bed one night and he wanted some and I didn't want to give him any. So I remember him saying, what do you bring to the table? I said to myself, I know this N-word didn't. What do I? You eat at my table every night. And so I don't remember what my response was, but it wasn't something that he wanted to hear, right? He didn't end up getting any that night. I don't think we ended up being intimate again ever after that. So what happened? But I mean, you know, I was cool. I was nice. I was the whatever. No, I never saw him at work. Only pictures of him at work. And pictures of him on his LinkedIn of his job, right? And so I talked to my homeboy about him. And my homeboy was like, this guy is this age, late 40s, and he's just now getting his associate's degree. Like, what's he been doing for the last 25 years type shit? And I was just like, I don't know. But, you know, everybody doesn't have to go to college. That's not a thing, right? But if you don't go to college, you should be starting a business or moving up in your company that you're working at, right? And he hadn't done that. So anyways, when I did a background check on the fool, there was nothing. So I'm like, was he locked up? You know, and trust me, I ask these questions because I don't have a problem asking the uncomfortable questions. And I was like, what was your life like between this time and that time? Like, what did you do? Blah, blah, blah. And he was just like, working here, working there, blah, blah, blah. I lived in this state, then I moved here. I'm like, all right. So anyways, there was another time where we went to dinner. And the check was $90. Do you know, first of all, if you're a waitress out there and you see a man and a woman on a date, do not set the tab directly in front of the woman or do not set it in the middle. You give it to the guy and let him give it to the girl if he ain't trying to pay. But she set the check in the middle and he looked like, I don't know who's going to pay this. And I think that was like strike number 4. He probably did lie on his LinkedIn. He probably did, because I bet you if I call that company right now, they're probably like, who? It's probably, I talk too much. Well, what else am I supposed to do? What you want me to do? Just sit here and go up and down? So then what else happened? Yeah, he made me pay for that, so he definitely didn't get none that night. So, and the whole time, I'm just like making all these checks, trying to plan my escape. And he ended up giving me a key. Now, mind you, I was about to deploy. I was physically attracted to him, yes. And at first, I was mentally attracted to him as well, Judge. Because like I said, we talked a lot before we actually met in person. And he just seemed a little different, a little quirky. He talked about things that I've never really talked about with other people. Like, not personal, just like things that happen in the world and stuff like that. Maybe he just lost his job and didn't update. It's possibly, yeah. Background check. I doubt men ever do that, even if we probably, you guys should. I think everybody should. Especially if you have kids and you're bringing them around your kids. I think it's important to do a background check. Yeah, I don't think it's being, and a lot of stuff is public knowledge. Like, if you just type in my first and last name, you'll see all kind of pictures of me and awards I won through my job and military, stuff like that. All that stuff pops up, my age, last known address, like, it's all public. So, you know, it is what it is. But to each their own, you know what I'm saying? $90, you get paid again. You paid again. Yeah, I paid $90, right? So, but that was for dinner for me, him, and my son. And it was hibachi, so it was a little expensive. But still, like, he didn't even offer to give like half or anything. So it was embarrassing, personally. And then what else happened? There's a couple of other things that happened, but I'm not even gonna spare you. So anyways, where my friend who's younger than me, who was more wise than me, told me, she came over one night and she was like, how's your new boo? Oh wait, before that, sorry y'all. I was about to deploy, okay? I was deploying in like 3 months. And all of a sudden, this fool, he gave me the keys to his raggedy apartment that didn't have hardly any furniture in it. He gave me keys to his raggedy apartment, promised me that he would cook me and my son dinner one time, never did. And I brought that up. Because I'm just like, if you say you're going to do something, do it. You know what I'm saying? Because like for his birthday, you know, I bought him a cake, bought him a big bottle of Patron, you know, showed up, showed out, me and my friend and stuff like that. But anyways, be a man of your word. So that was another thing. Like he just wasn't a man of his word. And honestly, I think he was waiting for something to happen to his parents to be able to take over their stuff in Jamaica. He was Jamaican, by the way. He didn't have an accent though. He was, you know, from the US, but that's where his family was from. I like you work out. That's good. Yeah, I try to. At least 3 times a week. At least 3 times a week. If I don't get on here, and I have a YMCA membership that me and my son both use. But lately, I've just been wanting to be home, so I just use this, which I'm really grateful that I got it. Seem to attract a lot of Middle Eastern men here. I've actually never had, I don't think, a Middle Eastern guy. I don't think so. Oh, you're talking about on here? I think it's just because it's probably like their nighttime and they're bored, so they just come here. Telugu speech, auntie. Yes, I am auntie age. I doubt you can find anything on me, but I would tell you myself. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Just be honest, and then people wouldn't really feel the need to. But if things don't add up, I think it's always smart to do that, especially before you become in love. So what happened? So he gave me a key to his apartment, which I didn't need or want. And then I remember one day we were in the shower and he's like professing his love. And at this point it was like 3 weeks. And he's just like, you know, I just love you. And I'm just like thinking to myself, where is this coming from? Like, he thought I was going to be like his mom or something. That's what I think. I think he saw me as a meal ticket because I was active duty military. And he knows that, you know, to become a dependent, you get a lot of benefits. So I think he was trying to work that angle personally. You know, so he said, I love you. I could not say it back because I didn't feel that way. I'll get to that, Judge. These guys will kill any of their women if they dare to talk to a black man. Who are you talking about? Middle Eastern guys? They're territorial. African guys are territorial too. Very aggressive. So anyways, he's telling me all this stuff and I'm thinking to myself, So this was one of the last straws before I spoke to my friend who was 23 years old at the time. He was graduating from college, getting his associate's degree, you know, and I was proud of him. And his mother was coming into town, but his best friend was coming into town too. And he wanted to be able to kick it and hang out with his best friend. Do you know this Negro asked me to basically babysit for his mother while him and his friend, you know, go hang out and do their thing? So I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of you using me. This is short-lived, right? At this point, this was probably like 50 days in, right? Because his graduation was like in 2 weeks. And then he had the nerve to ask me if his mom could just stay at my place because his place didn't have all the amenities that mine did. And I was just like, I don't know about that. Like, if you can't afford to put your mom up in a hotel or make it comfortable for her, then maybe she shouldn't be coming, you know? But I don't know. So all of it just steered me the wrong way, y'all. He needs money. So he said he loves you. Yeah, because you know that was coming next. Like, if you're bold enough to ask a woman, I don't care how long y'all been together, but somebody you've only known for like 30, 45 days to buy you an Uber to get, that's bold. That means you're bold enough to ask me for, you know, money soon. Yep, graduated. So, what happened? Yeah, so he's trying to get in, trying to get cool. He's asking me to do this stuff that I'm just like, nah, player. And then I think, anyways, that don't matter. So, my 23-year-old friend comes over, right? Mind you, at this point, I'm like 40, right? So she's 23, way younger than me. And I'm on FaceTime with my bestie at the time, the one that took herself out of here a couple weeks ago. And me and her are talking and chatting like usual. 23-year-old comes over, and we're all kind of talking, whatever. And the 23-year-old says, hey, I remember you said you are dating a new guy. Like, what's up with him? And I was like, he's around. And she was like, wait, whoa. She was like, this is new, and you got that attitude. Something's not right. Like, something's not right. Like, you should be more excited. Like, what's up? Like, what's he like? What's he do? Da, da, da. So I told her everything that he claimed he did, and all that. She was like, so what's the problem? And I was just like, I don't know. She was like, well, how's the sex? And that's when I was like, girl, I haven't climaxed at all. She said, what? She went off. Because my friend that was 23, she was a freak. She used to do stuff with higher ups and stuff, right? Like people she ain't supposed to. She used to get it in. So when I told her that, she flipped a gasket. What up, Polka? Hey, I was just talking about you and how you inspire me so much. And now I'm talking about another friend because I was saying that you can't discount what young people say because they have words of wisdom, just like older people and everybody else. So you don't judge a book by its cover and take constructive criticism from anybody, regardless of their age or whatever. So I'm talking about one of my friends who was 23 at the time and I was 40, and how she knocked some sense into my head, right? So anyways, 23-year-old friend, she was like, what? You ain't came yet? That don't make no sense. How long have you been dating this guy? What the heck is going on? What's missing? What's wrong? Is he small? Is he da-da-da-da? I'm like, no. But you know what I think it was? I think, and this could be totally wrong, and God, you let me know, bring it to me. I think that I wasn't able to climax to prevent me from falling for him. Because we would do it, but it just wasn't satisfying. And I could never make it. And I never got, you know what I'm saying? Never. And I think because of that, it was easier for me to walk away, you know? So my friend, she's going in, she was like, he ain't doing this, he ain't contributing to your household, but he over here eating all the time. And then on top of that, you ain't getting it good? Girl, dump him. And I was thinking to myself, now mind you, my friend, the one that's no longer here, was on the screen FaceTime, and she was like, no, don't tell her that. Funny thing, them two started getting into it. My 23-year-old friend and then my bestie on FaceTime, they started arguing back and forth. Because the 23-year-old was like, don't you want the best for her? Like, why would you be okay with her dating? And she was like, well, she just met him. She needs to give us some time. Because my friend, she's married. She was married for like 10 years at this point, right? So my friend's telling me, hang in there, see if things get better. But the 23-year-old was like, fuck no, cut it off. It ain't worth it. Like, you're wasting time. So I took what they both said. I ended up hanging up on my friends. I'm like, you got to go. We got to go. Click. Funny thing, too. My friend that was on FaceTime, the one that died a couple weeks ago, she didn't get along with any of my friends. None of them liked her ass. True story. God rest her soul. Whew, hope she's at peace. Anyways, so the last straw. Now this is the very last straw, y'all. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. You are such an inspiration, Poke. I really do appreciate you. You have no idea. Anyways. Oh, so he was chilling at my house one day. And he left his wallet. So you know I went through that thing, right? I had to. Opened it up. He had not $1 in there, y'all. Not $1 bill. Now, mind you, I know we're a cashless society, but not $1. Not even a loose penny. What up, Emily? Not one penny. Emily says, at first I had to end a friendship because my friend was berating me about my boyfriend was poor and I should get a man that is rich and that can spoil me. A year later, her child was born and the father, oh man, was that guy rich? I bet she didn't get pregnant by a rich man that left her. And that's why we have to vet our friends and what they say. Look at their track record. Look at the, oh, he was very rich. Oh, man. Hopefully she getting paid off of that man. But if she was only with him for his money, then that's the karma that she gets. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I'm not rich, but I have my own money. That's right, Judge Dreads. So, yeah, so he left his wallet. I went through his wallet, you know, looked at his IDs and stuff like that. They were valid. And I called him or I texted him and said, hey, you left your wallet here. Are you going to come back and get it? Mind you, he lives across the bridge, through the tunnel, water, all that stuff, right? So it's like a good 45-minute drive for him. Well, maybe like 40 minutes. Do you know this Negro had the nerve to say, oh, babe, can you do me a solid and bring it to me? What? You want me to bring it to you? I'm not bringing that to you. Oh, shoot. That was the wrong person. I deleted. I was like, you want me to bring it to you? Like, okay, I got you. So I got a plastic bag, everything that he ever had in my apartment, plus whatever he must have gave me, which was nothing, in a bag. So anything that he left that was his, I threw it in that bag along with his keys and his wallet. And I got my son and we drove across the bridge. And I texted him, I said, I'm outside. So he comes downstairs and he's like, how are you? I'm like, I'm good. I was like, what are you doing? He was like, oh, I'm just doing some homework. I'm like, okay. I said, well, here you go. Handed him the plastic bag. He opens it up. He's like, what's this? He looked like he was surprised, like, ooh, she got me something, right? That was the look on his face. Fucking leech. But he looked up. He was just like, oh. And he was like, oh, what? So he pulls out the keys. And I just said, I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. So I'm waiting for him to ask why. But you know what? He was smart not to ask why. He didn't want to know the answer. So he stood there literally for like, felt like eternity, but maybe like 30 seconds just thinking. And he's probably thinking, damn, what am I going to do with my mom when she comes to visit next week? How am I going to feed myself next week when I have no food in my fridge? I can't go to Mo's house. And he said, okay. He looked in the back seat, tapped on and said, bye, Bishop. I'll see you later, dude. Bishop was like, and that was it. That was it. But if it wasn't for my friend that was 20 years younger than me, almost 23 years younger than me, knocking some sense into my head, like, what are you doing? You're really going to waste your time on this dude? You know, because he started talking about like marriage. And then he had the nerve to out of his mouth to say something about being a dependent. And I was like, now I know why you're here. Now I know why you're here. So I got rid of him. So moral of the story, y'all, just because somebody's young doesn't mean they don't have input that you can actually utilize in your life. You know? You should have stole it and bought. He didn't have no money. That's the thing, Tuck. Went up, no money. He didn't have nothing. There was no cash in there. I don't even think there was a credit card in there. It might have been a debit card. I don't know, but that probably was negative. He probably... Yeah, he knew the answer. He knew he just didn't, you know, and I'm an average chick, right? I'm not an IG baddie. I'm just me, you know? And I don't ever try to be anything more than me. So I know I'm not a 10, but damn it, if I at least treat you good, you should reciprocate. You know, I have a certain level of standards, boundaries, and expectations that I bring into every relationship. And that guy was literally the first guy that I dated that ever treated me that way. Most guys that I've dated had money, you know, or treated me really, really well. So for me, it was shocking. Like, damn, I found a legit user, you know? And then the one after him was the same way, but at least he fixed things up in my house and he contributed where he could, you know? But that was shameful. But yeah, he knew the answer. He didn't want to hear it. He didn't want those words to come out of my mouth because I know he's heard them before. Because I used to ask him about the last person that he dated and why they broke up. And it was something similar to the fact that the woman kept telling him that he's not where she needs him to be in order for them to, you know, so, and then maybe the reason why he decided to go back to school, which is good for him. I hope he went back and got his bachelor's too, you know. Judge says, I've always been in relationships where we spent on it. Exactly, it should be, you know, but I do believe that the man should spoil the woman. And I do believe that the man should initiate, especially if he's trying to court her. You know, he should be the one, you know, treating her good and things like that. And then if later on it's never reciprocated, then, you know, she ain't the one, or some people are okay with that, you know, but that's how I feel. So not reaching climax is see, and that's the thing, because sex is not everything. And right now I'm abstinent, right? It's been over 2 years for me. So that's not the most important thing. But if everything else is not good, and then on top of that, that's not happening, then what are we doing? Like, there has to be something that holds this shit together, right? Like, come on. That is the lesson in 20. That is the lesson she taught me. For her, it was all about the S and the fact that he wasn't contributing and he was, you know, at that point, I didn't have anything positive to say about him, you know, nothing. Like I said, when we first started, it was positive. We had great conversation. He would come over, he was engaging. Then it was just like being used, you know. Hey, Karthik. Moral is, if climax is not reached, then break up. That's not the moral. The moral is, you should be satisfied in whatever relationship you get in. You know, whatever it is that you desire, you should be getting at least a majority of that. We're not going to get everything because nobody's perfect, right? Hell, I'm not perfect. But I'm going to do what I can to, you know, feed the relationship. I'm going to do my part. But if I'm doing my part and you're not doing yours, that's not fair and that's not right. You know? 50-50? I don't say I believe in 50-50. I'm going to just be honest. I'm not a 50-50 type of person. And if I never get a relationship where the man pays majority, then I'm okay with that. You know? But when I was married, my husband, he paid the rent, and we didn't have much of anything. You know, the money that I had went to buying furniture and providing for the household and saving for when he wanted a car system. You know what I'm saying? So it balances out at the end of the day. You know? Sounds like my ex-wife, which is why she is an ex. Yeah. I get gifts from my husband. That's right, Emily. You got to spoil your man. Because I spoil mine. Trust me, in that 60 days, I did a lot for that dude. Trust me. Joy says, if you can't take care of yourself, you shouldn't be dating. Facts. Judge said, I was told, only give a woman gifts on holidays and birthdays. Anything else, they don't care. That's not true. That's not true. Women like to get surprise gifts and flowers and stuff like that. That's not true at all, Judge. I don't know who told you that. Somebody that sounds like they cheat. Vivi says, so how a 40-year-old become friends with 23-year-old? Did you treat afterwards for helping you? Not necessarily. I became friends with her because an older lady that I knew was mentoring her. And so she told me to hook up with her because I'm stationed here and she just happened to be here. So she wanted us to link up. So that's how we ended up linking up. Kind of took her under my wing. we talked about motherhood and stuff like that, and we hung out, but that relationship ended badly, unfortunately. But I know she was happy when I told her I let it go. But no, she was a cool kid, and yeah, we did things for each other. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Emily says, I don't want anything for Valentine's Day. I just want love for Valentine's Day. I don't care about gifts. I know that's right, Emily. Just the love, especially if your man treats you good throughout the whole year. That holiday is not a big deal, but Valentine's Day is a big deal for me if I'm in a relationship. I'm sorry. Like, if we're together and you don't do nothing for me on Valentine's Day, it's a wrap. I'm gonna make that be known. Not just flat out, but I'll make sure that he's aware of how I feel about that holiday. Christmas, not so much. But Valentine's Day, yeah. Emily said, I remember you, Judge. Yeah. So after the Jamaican guy, you never dated? Yeah, I did. I told you that the next guy that I dated was younger than me, which I will never do again. I'm 45. I will never date a guy in his 30s. From now on, the guy has to be at least 42 and up. I don't care if you're 39 going on 40. I'm not doing it at all. I can't. The mental mind state of a man in his 30s is just, I can't do it. It's undoable. And that guy came with extremely too much baggage. Now, mind you, I was not perfect in that relationship either, because that was the point where I was drinking so much. I had just retired, so all of my free time was drinking and smoking. So idle time meant idle shit. And he came into the fold, and things just got way worse. So after him, no more. And that was almost 3 years ago. So Emily says, I just want his love. I know that's right. Emily's in love. Judge says, I'm pretty good with Valentine's Day gifts. Good. There you go. Flowers, chocolate, perfume. You know, one guy I was dating, I had to do a guilt trip on him because it was Valentine's Day. And I got tickets to see the first, what's that Marvel movie with Ryan Reynolds? Starts with a B. Y'all know what I'm talking about? So the first one of that came out, and I had already got tickets, and I was going with or without him, and he had texted me earlier, and he was like, I was like, where are you at? What are you doing? He was like, nothing. I was like, are we gonna see each other today? Like, it's Valentine's, you know? And he was, no, not Vampire in Brooklyn. It's a Marvel movie. I want to say Bullseye, but it ain't Bullseye. It's like 2 syllables, Ryan Reynolds. It's a comedy, but it's with a Marvel character. They just had another one that just came out a couple weeks ago. So I'm like, where are you at? And he was like, oh, babe, I'm sorry, I'm out of town. Now, mind you, his out of town would be anything that was 30 minutes away or another city. Even if the city borders where we at, he gonna call that out of town. So I'm like, out of town? Like, first of all, you didn't tell me you was going out of town. Where are you at? Deadpool, here he goes, the first Deadpool. So he was like, I'm sorry. So I think I said something smart, and then I just ended the conversation. Next thing you know, he's like, I'm coming. I'm like, all right, fine. So when he came, he had Victoria's Secret, all the little smell stuff, and I think some perfume or something like that. No, the smell stuff and like some chocolate or something like that. And we went to the movies, and he spent the night. Let my babysitter go, and he spent the night. And that was cool, but it's like, I shouldn't have to like make you feel guilty to do, you know what I'm saying? So I already knew, like, after that, like, this ain't gonna work. Like, I already know this ain't gonna work. There were other things with him too. That's the one that I realized that I was the side chick. After a while, I realized, you know what? I am the side chick to this dude. No, so the 30-year-old, he was actually 36, and I was 43 at the time. He never specifically asked me for money, but he did ask me to co-sign or to buy him some sort of machinery or something like that. I don't know, which was just outrageous. Like, I would never, especially after you said you would never get married. Nah, why would I do that for you? You know, so I had to guard my heart with him, but I did fall for him a little bit, you know, until things just kept getting bad and bad and bad, and he just kept having too many infractions for my liking. Even in my drunken stupor of numbness and ignoring things, I still really liked him. That's the exact age when they need Viagra. 36, yeah. A lot of them are, I mean, his was working. But yeah, a lot of people with bad diets and stuff like that. But again, I cook all the time because I have a kid. I don't want to be healthy. So he ate at my house every night too. You know? Come in for work to my babe, did you make something? You know I didn't. So we didn't have that problem. His diet was pretty okay. I even would wake up and pack him a lunch sometimes. That's how good of a woman I am. Judge, you hear that? I try to make them meaningful. Yeah, you got to make the holidays meaningful, especially Valentine's. Yeah, I'm retired from the military. But I'm about to get back out there. A blue Valentine. Judge said, of course, it's been quite a while since I celebrated Valentine's. Yeah, me too. Such is life. I don't know what OBCD stands for. Yeah, I like Marvel movies. They're pretty cool. You should always you have to guard your heart. Not even just with the opposite sex, but with people the same gender. You have to. Because you get too close to people and next thing you know, they're biting you. And you're like, whoa, what did I do to you? I thought we was cool. So, hey, oh, look at Miss P. Look at Erica. That's my friend. Look at Erica. Erica, I'm going to call your boss and tell him you on YouTube instead of being on that teleconference. I'm going to tell the chief. Tell her. I'm just kidding. No snitching over here. We don't snitch over here. You guys, I'm so glad that the people that deleted Young Dolph are telling on each other. I'm so glad. Like, there's no more code anymore. And I'm glad. I'm glad that people are snitching. I really am. So we can start bringing these people to justice. These people terrorize our communities, our neighborhoods, corrupt the minds, and won't. They have to be dealt with, you know. Dolph ain't do nothing to nobody. He was a family man, loved his mama, his wife, and his kids. And for $800 a piece, y'all took that young man out. Rest in peace, Dolph. But I'm glad they in there snitching. Tell it all. Tell it all. Toxic relationship is better than being single? No. I would say not. I would rather be single, as I am, forever, than to ever be in another toxic relationship. That last one almost broke me, y'all. It was no way. I couldn't believe people could be so damn disrespectful. And it's like, dang. Like, as much as I ride for you, it might be the fact, too, that I wasn't willing to watch his twin kids one time. I think he probably held on to that for a while. Because I'm like, now, if you were contributing to my household, like, his kids would come over, and I would feed them. You know what I'm saying? Take them for rides and stuff. Like, those was my little dudes, you know? Look out for them. Get them to bed. They were 2, you know? And it's like, you're not contributing. Like, you're here every day. And he didn't offer to contribute anything to the household. So it's like, if you were doing more in that respect and not saying slick stuff out of your mouth, you know, then when he asked me to watch his kids one time because he had to work, I would have done it. But there has to be, I can't be doing more than you. Like, I just can't. And to me, that's toxic. That's toxic as F. So, toxic relationships have good moments too. Single life becomes so boring. It does, Vivi. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'll be bored and be like, damn, I just want somebody to talk to other than my kid. You know what I'm saying? So, I understand it, but that's where God comes in. You have to have a relationship with the Father. If you don't have a relationship with God, everything will be boring. You know, everything will feel boring. But I wake up every day and I'm grateful to even have a life. You know how many people I've lost in my life? People that I used to talk to every day that are no longer here. But for some reason, God still has me here. So I'm grateful for that. And so as long as God is filling that void of loneliness, I'm fine, you know? I may get irritated every once in a while when my cycle comes on or something like that. But for the most part, I'm content. And that's only through the grace of God, you know? So yeah, single life can be boring though. It can be. But you got to do things that interest you and find people that do things that you do. Simple as that, you know? She says, no. Emily says, no, I was in an abusive relationship. And the way I met my boyfriend was because of him. And he hit me in front of him. And my husband beat the I know that's right. I know that's right. That sounds like Suge Knight and Michelle A. And how Dr. Dre was whooping on that ass. And he saved her. You know, that's your knight in shining armor. Yeah, I know you spoiled that man. I know that's right. And I know he's never put his hands on you. Praise God. Good for you, Emily. Joyce said, I learned a lot from being married. Yeah, you can learn a lot about yourself from being married. Look at open-minded. Hey, open-minded. Power to the people. Good afternoon, Queen. Yes, I agree. Yeah, we got to have God, right? God will fill all those voids, whether it be substances, other people, relationships that are no longer. Conversation with God is one way. Yeah, it's not one way, it's two ways. I'll tell you what, I told this to people before, Vivi. Every time I meditate and I just sit and I'm just in my own thoughts, that's when God talks to me. But you have to be in a relationship with him and really trust and have faith in order to hear what it is that he's saying. It's not one way, it's definitely two way. Every time I've sat down for an extended period of time, talking to God and just praying or just meditating, something comes to me that I was contemplating or confused about or not sure about. And it was revealed every single time. Every single time. Like I had an issue with one of my exes, and I was always wondering why things ended up the way it did. And in one of my moments of meditation, God revealed something to me that just, it was like a light bulb went off. So it's not one way. Every time I pray to God, I'm blessed. Every time. I took a long road trip to Kentucky, 9 hours there on the road, 9 hours back. I prayed to God, getting on the road, in between, and when I landed, or when I finally got to my home, he protected me the whole time. So it's not a one way. You ask and you shall receive. Open-minded says, I'm blessed, not stressed. That's right. Judge says, I sort of always been an introvert. I never liked being around a lot of people. Yeah, and that's fine. You know, that's fine. Who's for you will be where you're supposed to, you know. God puts people in your life when you're supposed to meet them. And that's how I feel, you know. What you doing, babe? I'm on the elliptical, burning some calories. I'm up to 357. And he says, I spoiled him, and he never has. I know that's right. Yep. Ah, Emily! Emily's so nasty, y'all. Emily always getting on here talking nasty. Says, Open-minded says, sis, I dropped a bomb on my page. I know you will understand. Okay. Let me check it out. Is it you talking or is it something else? Did you ever drop the one that you said was going to be specifically for, I think, yeah, you did. You did. Yeah, Emily. Look, go back up and see what Emily says she do for her husband, the one that saved her child. The Most High told me, I don't have problems, I have solutions. That's right. That is right. But you got to have faith. If you don't have faith, that is really the only way to please God. You got to have faith in him. If you don't have faith, more than likely it ain't going to happen. You know? My ex name is Jackson Lottie. If I ever come across Jackson Lottie, I ain't going to do nothing because I ain't trying to get hit either. But I'll give him the stink eye. I will not tell my husband's name for safe. That's where, yeah, you don't, you keep that information to yourself. Everybody doesn't need to know, but he sounds like a good man, and I'm so happy that you found him. I'm so happy he found you. Oh, you did a video? Okay. I can't wait to check it out. You guys go check out Open Minded. Open Minded, why are you not a mod on here? I thought I made you a mod one time. Maybe not. I thought you was a mod. Emily has no. I know you like it, Judge. Are you gonna be on Demetra's chat tonight? If you guys haven't seen Demetra, Demetra, Kaye, 2 separate words. She has a platform that talks about politics, but she also gets into other stuff, pop culture, things like that. Her and Donovan Sadiq, they both have a channel. Educated brother and sister. She used to be a publicist, communications lady, very intelligent, very up to date and up to speed on what is happening in the world. And Donovan is a retired pilot in the Air Force, the best branch ever. Fly high, aim high, all that. Shout out to my Air Force veterans, Erica. Channel is pretty good. Very, very good. Lots of engagement. Just good stuff. So you guys check that out. Skinny boy, what it do? He says, I'm too lazy to work out. No, you're not. Just do it. Listen, y'all, I was literally laying on my couch. I was talking to Erica earlier, and I was just on my couch just being lazy. And then I went to my IG because I wanted to send a message to somebody. And I came back, and I was looking at my feed because I was like, maybe there's something on my social media that is preventing me from getting a call for a job, right? Because I've been looking for a job for a year now, right? And I haven't even got like an interview or anything. So Trump train, that's what's up. Angel, make sure you check out Demetra Kay's channel. Demetra Kaye. She comes on 6 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Check out her channel. I think you'll like what you hear over there. But I lost my train of thought that fast, y'all. What the hell was I talking about? Whew. Don't get old. Do not get old. I'm never going back there. Oh, I was too lazy to work out. Yeah, so I'm laying there. I'm talking to my friend Eric. I get off. I get back on. Oh, so I'm on IG, and I'm scrolling. I'm looking. And I was looking at some pictures of my mom that I had posted. God rest her soul. And so I'm getting even more sad because I'm just like, and it's raining, right? But then I kept scrolling, and then I came to a post that I put for Black History Month. And I put Queen Latifah's song Ladies First. So I'm listening to it, and I'm telling you, just the words from that song are so empowering to women of all races. It's so empowering. And it made me say, Mo, get your black ass up and do something productive. I don't care if it's just working out. Get up and do something. Because honestly, I have literally like 3 things I could be working on, y'all. 3 things. And, you know, Open-minded put on his community tab about being productive and making yourself a priority. You have to prioritize. You know, it's like 5 P's or whatever. But I was like, yeah, let me get up. Let me be productive. So I listened to that song like 4 times. Just got pumped. I was like, let me go. I'm going to exercise. And I'm going to do a live like polka. And I'm going to just get it. You know? And of course I had to think about what I'm going to talk about, whatever. But yeah, so this is just the beginning of me being productive for the day, you know? So when I get off of here, I'll shower, I'll go get my son, and I'll be energized enough to try to knock out one of the 3 things that I need to work on, you know? Josh says, no, I'm never going back there. I meant what I said. Word is bond. No, that's right. Word is bond. I stick to my word too. 95% of the time, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. It has to be extenuating circumstances for me to say, I can't do it. I just can't. Like either I ain't got it or I just don't have the energy, you know? So I know you have to protect your mental space. But all I'll say is it wasn't Demetra and it wasn't me that timed you out. You weren't completely blocked. You were just timed out, you know? So I'm sorry that happened to you, though. I'm sorry that happened to you. But for real, being single is better than being in an abusive all day, every day. I would rather buy a dog and die alone than to be with a unhealthy person, you know, especially after all the work that I've done, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, physically. Hell no. Just anybody ain't gonna benefit from this, because I'm more understanding now. You know, I know how to have the uncomfortable conversations now. I wasn't able to do that before. That's why I let the last one get away until I just couldn't take it no more, because I wasn't able to communicate. But now that I'm better, the person that gets me now, they're gonna get a good me, a better me. Not necessarily the best, because I can always get better and be better, but they're gonna get a better person than I was 3 years ago when I was a fucking alcoholic and a weed head. You know? Yeah, check it out, Angel. You were talking about jobs. Okay, thank you. Skinny Boy says, I think Demetria K works on the field. Yep, she does. She covers stories over there, but she has her own channel, and her channel is popping. And I'll say her channel is popping even more than Philip Scott, to be honest. So check out her. Yeah, you've been on there before, Skinny Boy, because I've seen you on other platforms before. So yeah, ladies first can have a different meaning, I think. No, Judge. Just because Queen Latifah is allegedly alleged, that is not what it's about. It's about female empowerment and the strength of a woman. Strength of a woman. I feel attacked. Let me be lazy and I Skinny Boy, I'll leave you alone. But you can't say that you lazy, then I can't say nothing, see? Because I'm a good friend. A good friend is going to tell you where you're effing up, right? A good friend is going to encourage you to be the best that you can be. Always. Always. Even if it's unpopular. Even if it sounds like an attack. You love your friends, so you're going to tell them what, you know, the right shit to do. Yeah. Don't, Emily, why are you asking, Judge? Don't do that. Now you're about to open a Pandora's box, okay? Open minded says, sis, ask me again what you asked me, why I don't do something. My daughter called and I had to take that phone call. I asked you. Oh, I think I'd asked you if you did that video that was supposed to be for women only, but I remember you did. You talked about women settling for less and things like that. So I couldn't remember if you did the video that you said you was going to do. It could mean that she dates women. Yeah, and I think she does too, but I don't know. Either way, it's her business, right? What up, Wendell? Hey, ma'am, I am from Kerala, India. Okay, shout out to India. Hey, Jabir. Emily, you asked me that last time, and I said Red Hot Chili Peppers, but I would have to say Maxwell Coco Pure is one of my favorite. I love that song. I could play that song just on repeat all the time. But you know, some new artists y'all need to check out. I posted it on my community tab. His name is Elmien, I think, Elmiene. And he's got a song called, what's it called? Save Me? I don't know. Beautiful voice. And I've been listening to some of his other music. Good music. Elmien. Go on my community, check out his music, y'all. And then, of course, October London. That's the guy that redid all of Marvin Gaye's songs. But he's got a new song out now, and it just reminds me of that old school R&B, like just good flow, good flavor, good music, good words, positive energy, good stuff. October, London, and Elmien. Check them dudes out. They are fire. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Jabir. Mine is Praise Jah in the Moonlight. I like that. Who sings that? Praise Jah in the Moonlight. Is that reggae? I love reggae too, y'all. I like roots though. I can't do ska, calypso, and dancehall. That is not my jam. Roots. Roots rock reggae. Let me see. And Collie Buddz is one of my favorite, besides Bob Marley, of course. Judge says, I was getting tired of the politics anyway. Oh, I don't care about that. Yeah, I'm kind of getting to the point too. It's just a lot, you know. Every time you turn around, the Republicans and the Democrats are just doing something, and it gets quite exhausting, you know. Sometimes we just want to talk about something different, you know. And but like Donovan said, you know, if what you want to hear is not being displayed on this channel, you can always go to other channels and listen to different people talk about different things, you know. So, but I know Wednesdays, they like to spice it up and do things a little different and talk about pop culture, you know? So I appreciate the balance, the politics and the pop culture stuff, you know? Because we be in the chat cutting up. Be so funny. Yeah. But I could tell, yeah, I think also just trying to convince people that Kamala is a fraud, that gets exhausting too, you know? So I understand. Very, very nice. Let me do 5 push-ups so I can lay. Okay, do 10. Just give me 10. Just do 5 more than that. You got to push yourself. Just a little bit. Push yourself. You can do it. What was the person's name that you wanted me to look up? Demetra K. D as in David. E-M-E-T-R-A. Demetra. Just like it sounds. Not Demetria. Demetria. Demetra. D-E-M-E-T-R-A. And then K. K-A-Y-E. Demetra K. And she comes on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. 6 p.m. Eastern time. 6:05. Check it out. You're going to like it. Promise you. Angel. Yeah, Maxwell is the shit, isn't he? He still got it. I love Maxwell. And I've always wanted to go to a Maxwell concert, but I don't want to go alone. Because anytime you go to those concerts, it's always couples. You know, last time I went to a concert, I was the only person, and it was nothing but couples. And it was just, it wasn't a good feeling, you know. Now, I could do things by myself. I can go to dinner, I can go to movies, I can, you know, go to festivals and stuff like that. But myself, but concerts with R&B, nope. I went to see, what is that? The Kindred Family Soul. They just happened to be in town, and I got a babysitter, and I went. I was looking cute. And yeah, I was the only person there that was not booed up. And I didn't like that feeling at all. So, I don't do that, but yeah. Elmi, yes, yes. I found him on Bel Air. I was watching Bel Air, and the song was playing. I was like, yo, I like that. So I hit the Shazam, and I was like, that. So yeah, he is fire. All of his songs. I'm gonna listen to him when I get off here with y'all. And just says, are you using like a stuff thing to work out on? I don't know. It's called an elliptical. E-L-L-I-P-C-T-I-A-L, I think. Elliptical. It's got, you got the hand here, so it takes your pulse, and then you got the ones that, if you're trying to go, if you're climbing, then you got the handles that go like this, so then your feet just kind of glide like pedals, so you can go frontwards, you can go backwards to work out the other muscles in your legs. So I do this when I'm too lazy to go walk in the trail or to the YMCA, which I need to get to the YMCA because I need to tone so that I could lift, do some strength training. Dennis Brown says, how could I leave? It's a reggae. Oh, Dennis Brown, yep. How could I leave? I'm going to check that one out. How could I leave and praise Jah in the morning? I think she said. I'm going to check those out. Yep, it's a step thingy. I mean, but it's not like that. It goes forward. Your feet go forward. I probably do 150 push-ups a day before my workout. That's what's up. And I tried to do push-ups the other day. I think I did 20, and my shoulder was on fire. I was like, dang, I can't even do push-up. So I did a modified version where I just got on my knees and did it. And that was a little bit better. And then I did some sit-ups. And then I did some other leg lifts. And then I worked out on this. And I swear to God, y'all, I had the best sleep that night. I had the best sleep that night. Because I normally don't get to bed before 2. And then I got to get up at 7 with my son. So I'd be cranky. But 150 push-ups a day, that's good. You got to give your muscles a break, though. You gotta have some breaks in between that. Don't tell me you buff up top and then small on the body, on the bottom, Judge. You got it, Angel? Yeah, check her out, or Donovan Sadiq. Both of them stream together. Judge Dredd, you ain't ordinary. But get it in. I do a 130. Ah, look at 666 Gemini trying to one up you, Judge. 30-minute walking, 1 hour of weight, then 30 of yoga to cool down. Yeah, that's what, oh man, Judge, I used to be into yoga heavy. And my ex bought me he got me like 2 yoga mats. He got me the socks to put on that separate the toes and a book. And I was really into yoga. And when I was pregnant, I tried to do it, but then I got too big. And then after that, I just never really went back to it. I think I went to maybe 2 yoga classes since then, and that was 9 years ago. But I really want to get back into it. Yoga is good for you. Mind, body, and spirit. Flexibility, all that. Angel says, wow, Joe, that's a lot of push-ups. How many push-ups did you start out with? I love Bel Air. How do you like that? The last season was fire, just like so last season was good. The best season was the last one. Not this last one, but the one before that. I don't know if this is season 2 or 3, but the one before, yeah. I was like, they did an excellent job. Excellent job. The men on there, whew, they just look like some African warriors. My God. Uncle Phil and Jeffrey, boy. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Let me calm down, y'all. They're like, yeah, we can tell you ain't done nothing in a while. But great storyline. Character development on par. If you guys saw that. Oh, Erica, that's probably what, maybe we should review Bel Air season 3. Because I was supposed to review Reasonable Doubt. But I'm losing interest in that show. But Bel Air this season was amazing too. The series finale was phenomenal as well. Some of it was predictable. Like Hillary's boyfriend, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. I was like, they setting it up and this thing going, So, but other than that, very good storyline. What did you think about it, Skinny Boy? What did you like about the show? I will say about the show too, one thing that I did like, Carlton's girlfriend from rehab, I liked how they didn't give up on her. Because in the real world, a lot of people aren't going to deal with a lot of the shenanigans that she pulled. And a lot of people are quick to just cut you off when you do one thing that hurts them or bothers them. But they all came together to be there for her, and she's a better person for it. So I like the fact that they were able to all work through their conflicts. Just having positive communication and dialogue. Culture Invasion Podcast. Hey, what's going on? George said I started with 1. That's the beginning. Just 1. I started doing push-ups, and I started working out. Really good at one point, and I don't know why. I just got bored with it, and then I just started walking my dog a lot and playing with him. Until, oh no, I'm sorry, Angel. My homeboy's dog just passed away too. Dang it. I know that's like family. So my condolences. But all this say, yeah, if you get bored, you just got to switch it up. Do something different. Like when I get bored doing this at home, I go to the YMCA. Or I go for a walk. You know. Judge said do 140 sit-ups every day too. Wow, yeah. You got to give your muscles a break though, Judge. I did legs yesterday. That's what's up. That's what I need to do. Legs. Skinny Boy said I need to start back hiking in the woods behind my house. Oh, you got woods in the back of your house? Yeah, you better take advantage. Do you guys have a trail back there? I find wild fruit back there. That's what's up. That's cool. I rest every 3. Okay, so you work, you do hard, and then you take a break. That's good. I have too much energy not to work out. I won't be able to sleep. I heard that. That's what I have to do with my son because he won't sleep either. So I have him get on here sometimes, like if I know that he didn't play after the after school program, like if they're not outside, I'll bring him home after he's done reading and doing his homework. I say, okay, get on here and do 20 minutes of the elliptical. That way he can just get some of that frustration out. Otherwise, he'll be trying to wrestle me. And honestly, I'm too old to do that. Like every once in a while, I'll engage him and we might wrestle or do a pillow fight or something like that. Because I know he's a boy, he has to get it out, right? But as his mom, And as a woman with disabilities, there's only so much I can do. So I got to find other ways to keep him stimulated and to get the energy out. Otherwise, he won't sleep either. Phil and Viv shocked me. Yes! I was like, they really about to. And I'm thinking, I know she ain't about to. But they worked it out. But who knows? Maybe next season, they might have been then swapped. Because if you tease yourself like that and entertain some mess like that, that just opens the door for all kind of debauchery. So next time they go on vacay with them two is going to be expecting, all right, last time y'all was playing games. What's up this time? Angel said, do you like a workout on your channel, like where people join you and everything? That would be fun. Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun. I got to figure out how to add people. When you first go on live, there's a button there that says invite people to collab. But then when I actually get on the channel, I don't know how to add those people in. So I got to watch a video on how to do that. But that would be a good idea. I do not watch TV at all unless it's, that's good, Judge. That's really good. I wish I could do that. But I don't. Skinny says, I like the conflict resolution. Yeah. Throughout the season, every problem got solved instead of people falling out with each other. Yeah, Carlton's girlfriend. She was a mess. I hated her the whole time. As soon as I seen her and found out that she was newly in recovery too, I was like, this ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work, you know? And the mom was catching on like, something about it, you know? But I'm glad it ended the way it did. I'm glad that she wasn't able to bring Carlton all the way down with her. Because if they didn't find out about her habit, he would have been back snorting or dead, you know. Josh says, I do not believe in keeping pets. You think they should be free? Even cats and dogs? Josh said, when I worked at the gym, I worked out for 3 hours every day. Yeah, I can see that. Were you a trainer as well? Skinny Boy says, my neighborhood is literally in the outskirts of the Appalachian forest. Oh no, Apalachicola forest. Where is that? Is that over here, like in the northwest or northwest area? Because I know I passed through the Appalachian, I think, on my way to Kentucky. But yeah, it's beautiful. You guys travel, get out. Listen, you know, you don't have to be super fancy and go out of the state, out of the country. Just travel within the United States. There's so much to see. There really is. I never thought that West Virginia would be as beautiful as it is, but I've been there twice, and that state is beautiful. There are some weirdos, and you will not see that many black people, but it is beautiful. Beautiful place. Beautiful. Snow-capped mountains, just beautiful. Oh shit, I'm old, y'all. It's very light work. Now, only 1 hour. Yep. What's up with the boy? Yes, all living things should be free. Yeah, I had a ladybug in my bathroom one time. And I was like, how did this ladybug get all the way upstairs? But she made it. And at first I was going to smash it, but I was like, I can't do that to no ladybug. They good luck. You know, so I got a towel, wrapped it, opened up the window, tossed it out. It was back again the next day. I said, wait a minute. Thought I got rid of your ass. Nope. So I was more careful, and then I waited until it flew away. But, yeah. That's why I don't go to zoos anymore. I used to take my son to zoos and stuff like that. But then I started to get it conscious and felt bad. I'm like, yo, these wild animals really belong in the wild. Like, this is really not right and not fair, you know? So I try not to support that. Like Universal Circus, I used to take my son to that. Can't do that no more because, you know. Oh, you're in Florida, Tallahassee. That's northern Florida, right? Uh-oh. I was stationed at Fort Knox. Where's Fort Knox? Is that in West Virginia? You were Army, right, Judge? Angel says, make it more fun, you know, doing that. It would make it more fun, encourage people to work. Probably, yeah, it might. We might try that one time. Ladybug or Asian beetle? Well, it looked like the ladybug that I recognized as a kid. It was red with black spots, and it was really, really small. And then it fluttered away. Skinner says, I'm a traveling vendor. Oh, you go everywhere. Okay. My favorite city. I have yet to go to New Orleans, but I promise y'all, I'm going to the Super Bowl. I got to see K-Dot perform. I have to. That's why I'm saying it, so I can manifest it. I just need $4,000 to $6,000 so I can pay for the Super Bowl tickets and get this package and watch Kendrick Lamar perform. That is my goal. So, New Orleans, that's one of the places on my bucket list. Oh, I've also traveled throughout the Caribbean and Mexico. Okay. I have pictures in front of pyramids. Ooh, sounds beautiful. Yeah, Mexico. I'm from San Diego, so you know I know all about Mexico. Been to Tijuana, and then I've been to Reynosa, which borders McAllen, Texas. But I haven't been to Cancun or Tulum or any of those places yet. Angel says, I also have another question. Do you know any type of workouts that would tighten the back? More like my back, I want to tighten it up more. I've seen workouts for that. No. Judge might know, but I know that they say the stronger your core is, the better your back will be. So if you got a gut, if you got a beer belly or anything like that, you got to get that off and strengthen your abdomen, and that's going to simultaneously work with your back. The last one is one use, so I'm assuming that. Okay. Yep. Speaking of bugs, what happened to love bugs? I don't know. Oh, okay, he's saying yoga can fix your back. Yeah, it's really about flexibility too, right? Being able to stretch. Fort Knox is in, oh, it's in Kentucky. That's right. Yes. I passed it. I'm on my way to my friend's thing. Yeah. Kentucky. Cost of living out there is cheaper than here, y'all. Culture Invasion Podcast says there is a lot of floor work and wall work you can do for back posture as well. There you go. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Yep, that used to be my show. Thank you, Culture. I'm trying hard to get back into the groove of working out. I used to have a dog, and a month ago he passed. I used to walk with him and play with him. And that was your exercise, yeah. So now you just got to do it alone. You just got to do it alone, but you got to motivate yourself. You got to find something that's going to motivate you. You know, for me today, it was the music. It was a song, an empowering song that just, you know, and then listen to like somebody else on YouTube that was just very motivating. That was like, get your ass up. You know, yeah, rest in peace to your dog. Thank you, Skitty Boy. Yeah. All right, y'all. I've been on here a lot longer than I intended to, 78 minutes. So I've burned 357 plus 167. How many calories is that, y'all? Is it over 500? What up, Mike Nice? What it do? I'm about to get off of here. You caught us at the tail end. We done talked about some and everything. I don't know. What should I title this video, y'all? Whoever's been on here, what should I title the video? Just says all you have to do is touch your toes every day to stretch your back out. Then flex backwards when you raise back up. Okay? Everybody in the chat, if you do have a big, large dog, make sure to just get their lungs checked every year. You know, once a year, my dog passed away from, oh my gosh. That'd be crazy how these dogs be getting stuff that we as humans get. You know, kidney failure and, you know, diabetes and shit. Like, oh, how'd your dog get that? That's wild. Dogs are expensive, yo. Make sure you have insurance on your dog. And if they do pass away, you'll get a little check to be able to bury them and dispose of them and stuff, you know? Or find them a nice plot. Because dogs are like family, you know? People's pets are really, they're really like your friend, you know? And they always say, oh, my dog is the most loyal person in my life. More loyal than my woman. That is not true, you guys. Okay? Because if you stop feeding that dog and stop playing with that dog, he gonna turn on you just like your woman did. Okay? The pets are only as loyal as their owner. And that's real talk. Yes, catch the replay, Mike Nice. I appreciate ya. How are you doing today? What you up to? Are you gonna be on DK's show later on? I'm gonna try my best to check it out. You worked out enough for the boba? Yes, 174 plus 357 calories. That means I can eat whatever I want tonight. I'm making tacos, so I gotta go stop by the store. I got everything but some avocado, so I'm gonna get some avocado. Hopefully they have some ripe ones. And then me and my son will dig in. He used to didn't eat tacos. When he was little, he used to eat everything I fed him. Then he got picky. And then lately, I think because he's working out more and he's boxing and stuff like that, and he's getting bigger, he's starting to eat more things that I feed him. Praise God, because it gets tiring feeding him the same shit every day. It's like, bro, we got to spice it up. You got to try something new. You got to live a little, you know? So I'm finally getting to the point where it's like, this is it. If you don't want this, then you just won't eat. And he's so adamant sometimes he just will not eat. He'll be like, okay. That's just how ornery he is. It's the first time I ever heard that. I'm going to try it out, but I'm going to work out my stomach. Yeah, work out your stomach. Yeah, and then stretch and do those yoga poses, you know? Do it. Flexibility is key. It's really key. People's bodies get stuck in positions and stuff like that, and then they only will move it so far, and then you just limit yourself, you know, and then you end up, you know, old, and then, you know, with a humpback. Nope, not cute. Not cute. So we got to be flexible. We got to be able to stretch it out, work it out. Culture Invasion said, I'm done with pets. Yeah, it's a lot of work, because you got to find babysitters for them and places for them to go if you want to travel. It's a lot of work. Taking it easy Tuesday. That's right. I'm planning to be on there later. Okay. Skinny Boy says, I don't track calories. I've never been over 155 pounds. Oh, yeah, you are skinny. How tall are you? I just lost 60. Good job, Culture Invasion. That's right. Back to 170 range. Good job. Just says, I'm 185. That's a good weight, too. Yeah, I like my men between, you know, like 180 and 195, you know. It's a good weight. You got to stretch. Mike Nice know, because he be out there trying to ball with the youngins, so he know he got to stretch before, during, and after if he want to stay in the game. If he don't want to pull a hamstring or tear ACL, he got to stretch. Ain't that right, Mike? 5'11", and you said you're 170. Oh, yeah, you are skinny. That's like my brother. My brother is 6'3", and he's probably like 170. Skinny. Tall and skinny. Judge is 5'9", 185. Oh, yeah, so you solid, though. You solid, dude. Yup. Talk about everything. That's what you should name it. Say, we just talked about everything. Truth be told, Tuesday.